Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Bijay and I am a Microsoft MVP specialized in SharePoint. In today's video, we are going to discuss about how to create Subsite in SharePoint Online. Apart from that, also we will discuss what are subsites. Basically, we will try to understand what is the difference between a site and a subsite, or a site collection and a subsite. And then we will see how to create a subsite in modern site, in classic site, as well as we will see how we can create a subsite with permission from the parent, and then we will see how to create a subsite with unique permission. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. You will get a lot of free videos on SharePoint, Office 365, Power Platform, SPFX, all these videos you will get. And make sure that you subscribe the channel. You will get a lot of free videos on that. And I try to publish 3 videos on weekly. Now let's understand what is a subsite, or what is the difference between a site and subsite. Ideally, there is no difference between a site and subsite. If you open a site and if you open a subsite in another tab, you will not see any difference where you can say, okay, this is a subsite and this is a site. Ideally, when you will create a subsite, you will also select a template like team set or publishing site. So there is not much difference on that. The confusion creates because the term that we use in SharePoint, we use the term as site collection, subsite, but ultimately this is how we can actually organize our content, or we can organize our sites. For example, if you'll see this one, the example that I have taken here. So SP Guides, let's say, is my company site. And then if you'll see here, I can have a training subsite, I can have a project subsite, I can have a marketing subsite. But on the other hand, I can also create a training as a completely independent site, and project as an independent site, and marketing as an independent site. So when you are actually working with a large organization, your user base is more, that time you might not, that is not an ideal case to create subsite under that. Because if you have more people using the training, then make sure that you create a separate site on that. So if you have a small organization, user base is less, you don't have people to manage, then in those scenarios, then you can probably create a subsite. Now if you will see under training, there are 2 subsites again. It's SharePoint and training. And projects, under projects I can have development projects or testing projects, something like that. So I can create just different subsites just to manage the things properly. But ultimately, if you will see for SP Guides, might be, since it's your company site, maybe you will go for a communication site, but the other things, training, might be you will go for a team site. This projects also might be you'll go for a team site. And if you'll go to the nested subsite also for SharePoint or Nintex, those scenarios also you will go for a team site. So it's not a different, it's not different like for subsite you will use a different template or anything that will be added into a subsite specially. Nothing is going to happen like that. Now let me open the SharePoint site, then we will see here how we can create, or where you can see the subsites, and then we will see how we can create the subsite. In case you are interested for SharePoint training, so I have SharePoint development training courses. I'll put the link in the video description. You can have a look at this. There's a 23 modules are there, more than 60 hours of content is there. Now coming back to this, you can see here this is a SharePoint modern site, and if you will go to the site content, you can see here, either you can go from here, from this gear icon, or anytime you can click on the left side. You can see here this is the site content link where you can click and go. And when you will come here, click on the subsite, and you will see all your subsites here. We have not created any subsite yet, so you can see here it is saying that you don't have any subsite. But if you want to create any, if you want to create a subsite in the modern site, you can simply click here, and then you can see subsite. And once you click on this, it will take you the page where you can create subsite. At the same time, let me open a classic SharePoint site. So we saw how that is in the modern site. And if you'll see here, this is the classic SharePoint site. And if I'll click on site content, you can see here, and oops, this is again, let me click on return to classic SharePoint. You can see here this is how my site content looks like. And if you scroll down, you can see here new subsite where you can create the subsite, and then you have marketing and two subsites are there. So basically the difference is that you have to scroll down and see in the classic SharePoint site. Now let me go back to our modern site, and you can see here. So in this scenario, probably I will try to create a site for training or projects or marketing like that. Now I will give training. So you can see here I took training and probably put a description. This is a site for trainings, and then this is the URL. So make sure to give the short URL, don't give special characters. So these are the guidelines that you should follow, else your URL will looks weird if you put special characters. And then here the two things you can see here. You cannot create a Office 365 group connected site from here. That you can do from the SharePoint Online Admin Center. But what you can do here is you can create a team site with no Office 365 group. That means that will be a modern team site, but there will not be Office 365 group connected there. The other one is a team site with classic experience. So it will be like you will get the classic look and feel. So you have two options where you can create. Apart from that, there are other templates like blog site or project site. Even if you go to the enterprise, you will see document center, record center like this. But in this particular case, let's say I will select this one, team site, no Office 365 group, and then the permission. So you can see here in this case, we will select use same permission as the parent site. And the navigation, if you want to have this in quick launch, so you can say yes, or you can say no, whatever. And then this is to come in the top link bar. And also if you want to inherit the top link bar from the parent site, you can select yes. So when you will create the site, actually the top link bar will be inherited from your parent. So whatever you are seeing in the parent, you will see the same here. Now there is a button down here, you can click on create. So once you click on create, it will take some time, and then it will create your subsite. So in this case, if you'll see here, again, as I said, this is going to be a modern site, but there will not be any Office 365 group which is connected. So in this case, if you'll see here, this is my parent site, and then slash training, then you can see here, this is what is the subsite for the site SP guides. Now in this case, since we have not inherited, since we have not given any unique permission, so the permission that it is taking from the parent. So if the user has full control on the parent site, then the user will have full control on the subsite. That's how it will work. Now let me show you how we can create a site or create a subsite basically with permission inherited from the parent. So I will just remove this URL. And if we'll come back here, you can see this is my SP guides. This is my top level site, or you can say the site. I will go to again to the site content, and here if you will see, now you can see here there is a training subsite that we have created. Even if you will, I will click on exit classic. So go to the subsites tab, you can see here there is the subsite. Now again we will create another subsite, but this time we will not take the permission, or we will not inherit the permission from the parent. Rather we will create a site with unique permission. So I'll click on new, and then same process, new, and click on subsite. So in this case I will say marketing, and you can put a description and here the URL. So in this case the URL will be /spguides/marketing. And here I team site classic experience, because we will see how we can create a classic experience site also. Now next thing is, if you'll go to the permission, this is where you have to select the other option. We use unique permission. That means this site will not inherit permission from the parent site. And then you can select those options for navigation and navigation inheritance. Then click on create. So once you click on create, it will actually now it will ask you some additional things over here, and those additional things are related to the permission. So you can see here now it is setting, it is asking us to set up the groups for the permission for this site. One thing you can see here, visitor to this site, So there will be visitor, member and owners. Three groups will be there. So by default, even if when you will create a site, the groups that you will create is your site name and then the group name. So for example, in this case, if you can see here, marketing is my site name, marketing visitors, marketing members and marketing owners. By default, it will take these things. If you want to create or use any existing group, you can click on that and then you can use any existing group. So it will show you all the existing groups from the parent and you can use that. But particularly for this case, let's use the current create a new group, so that it will create new groups based on this particular site name. So if you want to put additional owners, members, for example, here I will put a member here, for example. So I will just click on this purple icon. You can see here that member has been added, and now I will click on OK. So once you click on OK, now it will create the site. You can see here, now this is our marketing site, this is the classic theme site, the classic look and feel you can see, and the user to whom we gave the permission, they can only be able to access it, because even if you have permission to the parent site, you will not be able to access this site. So now this is how we can create the subsite. So if you'll go to the parent site, you will be able to actually see both the sites. And one more thing I'll tell you, that if you want to delete a subsite, you will not get that option in the parent site. So what you have to do is you have to go to the particular site. So in this case, let's say we are in the marketing site, go to the sites, click on the settings icon, then click on site settings, and if you scroll down, you can see here delete this site option is there. So you can click on delete this site, and it will ask you that all these things will be deleted, and then you can click on continue. So you can click on OK. And remember, so even if you deleted this, then the site is there in the recycle bin, you can actually retrieve it. For example, I will go to the parent site now, and let's go to the site content. You will see that that subsite is not there, only we have the training, because we deleted the marketing site. Now if we'll go to the recycle bin, that is available on the second stage recycle bin. You can see here second stage recycle bin, and this is our site. So you can actually select it, and then you can say restore, and actually you will be able to see this site in the subsite list. So if we'll go to the site content page, go to the subsite, you can see here now our marketing site is there. So you can see here, that's how we can create a subsite, and we show how we can create subsite with unique permission as well. So if you like the video, and if you want the update on the future videos, then you subscribe to the channel, and thank you and have a nice day.